Let's have a look at the worst and best start of the season of the rookies, plus some older guys, but still number 1 or 2 draft picks overall, and Shane Wright because he was supposed to go first. At least some people say that. Let's start with Shane Wright because he's got 12 games, everybody else has 13. According to many people, he was supposed to go first in the 2022 NHL draft, and Montreal should have picked him instead of Slafkovsky. However, I'm not sure this would be a good move for Montreal Canadiens. To be honest, I don't agree with this. Not because Shane Wright is a bad player. He's not a bad player at all. But Slafkovsky is definitely a little bit more of a gamble, but long term, I believe in him a bit more. So Shane Wright, 12 games, 6 points. So basically a point for every other game. Not bad, not great, not bad. 3 goals, 3 assists. I would say that the 2022 draft overall was not like a high competition. But if we look at the Logan Cooley, who was also, pretty high. I think he was number 3 in the 2022 draft. 13 games, 12 points. He's definitely leading the stats from 2022 picks. I mean, the top 4. 13 games, 12 points, 8 goals, and 4 assists, which is pretty damn good. UTAG is surprising me. I mean, I didn't expect UTAG to be so freaking good. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let's go to the number 1 overall draft pick 2022 is of course no else than Juraj Slafkovsky, and so many people comment, haters, under my videos. It's like, oh yo, you have a little crush on Slafkovsky. Well, first of all, who doesn't? Even you, even though you're a dude, you have a crush on him. Anyway, secondly, I am from the same country, actually 30 kilometers away where he was born. So I am always going to be defending him, and I'm always going to be creating content about him because he is the best Slovak player, in the last, for the last 3 years, and he's going to be probably for the next 15 years, every single year. So yes, I'm going to talk about him. If you think I'm talking about hockey because I have a crush on everybody in hockey world, okay, fine, keep commenting. The algorithm rewards it, so thank you for paying my bills. 13 games and 8 points. It's not amazing, it's not great, but it's not bad. 6 goals, which is his, pretty good start of the season. He never had that. And 2 assists. So Slafkovsky has the same amount of goals as Connor Bedard, more than Shane Wright, and more than Matthew Schaefer, but he's a defenseman. Let's go to Matthew Schaefer because he's my most favorite player recently. I mean, I just love this guy. Yeah, you have a little crush on Matthew Schaefer. Like, he's 18, okay, chill. He's so good at what he does, and I'm gonna make a special video about him because I want to talk about it. Obviously, we all know what drives him, and it's just, I'm so happy for him, Defenseman, yeah. 18 years old, the youngest from all of those. 13 games, 11 points. 5 goals, 6 assists. My head is gonna explode. Rookie of the month, yay! The next game, 2 goals. What? Not even mentioning those viral back checks that he's doing like every single game. It's insane the speed he can go. Before we go to Macklin Celebrini, who is the biggest star of all of these players, we're gonna go to Szymon Niemiec and Connor Bedard. So Szymon Niemiec, number 2 overall draft pick 2022, defenseman, 13 games, 7 points. I mean, it's the best so far, the start of the season for him as well. 7 assists, 0 goals. There's a big discussion about Szymon Niemiec, and of course he's from Slovakia, again, not so far away from where I am. So I'm gonna defend him, and I don't care what you think. But a lot of people say, oh, send him to the AHL, he's not NHL material at all, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 7 points in 13 games for a defenseman is pretty good. He's going for overtime, he's going for power play. Obviously the coach has a trust in him. Not to mention what he did last year in the playoffs, where Devils were about to be eliminated and he scored in overtime. And basically, Devils could continue. They still lost in the end, but he was a big hero. Why? Because he can make decisions and he can be very good in the playoffs. all right, he makes a lot of mistakes. However, he also makes some good plays. I think he shouldn't be a defenseman, but it's too late for that. So we just need him to be on the blue line and then take that freaking shot that's gonna blow your head off. I mean, don't forget he had 3 assists against Colorado. And he stopped McKinnon and Nechas and like in overtime as well. And then we're gonna go to Connor Bedard. Everybody was like, oh my god, he doesn't score goals anymore. Chill. 13 games, 16 points. Hello. 6 goals, 10 assists. Well done. And then, of course, Macklin Celebrini, because Bedard is like yesterday's story. At least you think so. He's just such a good player. Yeah. It's like saying to Pasternak, like, oh my god, your season is so bad. And he has like 100 points. And you're gonna say, oh, he doesn't play well. I'm reading Jagger's autobiography and he was saying literally like, I went to Rangers, I went to Washington, and when I didn't have like 2 points per game, everybody was saying like, oh my god, he's so old, you know, he should retire. He doesn't play well. And he had like a 1 point a game, but he didn't have 2 points a game. And everybody was like, oh my god. So chill. Macklin Celebrini, 13 games, 18 points. Woo! You know why this is amazing? Because San Jose plays horrible. I know they just won, but they play horrible, you know, they're one of the worst, if not the worst teams in the whole NHL, right? So to record 18 points when playing for such a bad team is incredible. 7 goals, 11 assists. I need to cheer for that, honestly. This is crazy. Comment below who is overrated and who is underrated in your opinion.